Hi, good evening everyone and heartfelt welcome to our AchievHer talk show. I'm Uma Sharma, National Head Business HR and Talent Acquisition, and it's my immense pleasure to host this session for today. With us we have Ms. Ruchika Chawla today. She's National Head Digital Marketing and Product. She has been associated with PNB Housing for last 12 plus years and she holds an incredible experience of almost 20 plus years with her.
Yes.
Yeah, so a heartfelt welcome to Ruchika to today's show.
Thank you so much, Uma. Thank you for having me over. And thank you everyone for joining in.
Right, Ruchika. So, Ruchika, before we begin, would like to understand your story or your life journey from where you began your career and from actually it has shaped your career where you are today.
Sure, okay. Actually, it's hard to pinpoint a single story because it has been a continuous journey. Okay, let me start with I did my MBA. I did my MBA in marketing. Post that, I landed up in sales job. This was in ICICI. You know, when you are young, you just end up picking up anything, whatever is coming your way. So there, and let me tell you, I was the only girl in sales. I was the sitting counselor over there, and all boys used to envy me because I used to do the highest business. Yeah. So I started with ICICI, moved to HDFC. There I had set up the entire business vertical for Gurgaon region and other vicinity nearby. I moved to Deutsche Post Bank after that as branch business head. There I shifted my gears and that's how I pivoted into marketing and business development. So that's where my journey started. And I tell you how it happened. I was doing my numbers in HDFC, in ICICI. I was one of the top performer, but I was not happy. I was not happy because I was not doing what I wanted to do. So my brother guided me. He said, why don't you talk to your managing director? And, what will happen? He may say no. What else? So why don't you give it a try? And that clicked me. I walked into MD's room. I asked him that, my heart lies in marketing and I think I can add a lot of value to it. So would you please like to give me a chance? And of course, he said, I heard you. Let me come back to you. I persistently followed up with him. And one day it just happened. And he called me and he said, we are shifting you in marketing. So that's how my journey began.
Moving on, what was the most challenging situation you encountered in your personal or professional life so far?
Sure. So let me tell you, Uma, although I'm blessed because I have my mother at home who takes care of both my kids. So the most challenging moment was when she had to leave for US. So my brother is in US and his baby was too small that time and he needed my mom. So she was away for like 6 months. So that was such a challenging time for me. I was juggling between everything. I didn't know how to manage home, how to manage kids, how to manage work. So, but yeah, I would say that made me more responsible, although it was very challenging situation. Responsible and I would say I could handle it much more than I could think. So how I did it, I started waking up early in the morning. I started leaving office on time so that so that I reach home before the caretaker leaves. So I think when it happens now, somehow you get that courage and you see that you can do much more. You don't think initially, it looks like a mountain in the beginning,
Yeah.
but later on, when you look back, you feel it was not that difficult.
Yeah.
So everybody has that potential. You just need to stretch yourself.
True. I think what I gather is one is your outlook towards things, and second is it's within us. Actually, we're born with that infinite potential,
Yeah.
but sometime I feel we underestimate ourselves that we
Underestimate
can
ourselves.
look after everything.
Yeah.
So I won't say that we are the. We are there, we can do everything, but then yes, when it comes to us, we can manage things.
Yeah, we have to move out of our comfort zone. So all
Sure.
the years my mother was there, and it was like, how I'm going to manage without her.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to you, then it all happens. You just have to stretch yourself, make yourself more responsible, give extra time.
Sure. Okay, so next question, would like to understand, did you ever faced any failure or rejection in your career so far?
I would say failures, rejections, good or bad movement, it comes in everybody's life. Yeah, we all have to go through it. And what we need to learn is and understand is it can never be the permanent state of being. Yeah, because failures will always come, they will teach you lesson and you have to grow. You have to learn from your failures and grow. So if you ask me personally, I had many failures. I did not get admission where I wanted. I could not score 80% what I wanted. Even in my personal life, I'll tell you. So it took me 7 years to deliver babies. So from the time we decided and the final date, it took me 7 years. It was 7 years journey to conceive. Yeah, so I would say that these failures are there to make you strong,
Yeah.
and God test you so that you can value the taste of success. So that is important. So the biggest lesson is that you dust yourself, get up again, try again, and that's the mantra. That you fail, 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 and rise like a phoenix. And
Awesome.
another piece I would like to tell you, Uma, is that from my experience, I feel whatever has happened in the past and whatever I felt broke me that time, today it has made me a stronger person what I am today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot to learn from the failures. Yeah.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for sharing that those personal things with us. I'm sure we all undergo similar or maybe different challenges, but then the key to success is that we should not swayed away from these failures or rejections in our life, but rather keep taking learning from each one of them and then keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Okay, so as a leader, you have a responsibility now, and being the achiever, you are considered as a role model as well for the organization, for the people. But you're aware that we have a lot of our people, team members, or our colleagues who are at the front line. Okay, so what advice would you like to give it to them? That what kind of leadership qualities they need to have, or how do they grow? So, two questions actually. So, what are the qualities they need to possess? And secondly, where they are from there to the next level, how do they grow to the next level?
I would say, as a leader, it is very important that you empower your team. Yeah, so that is one thing which is so important, and I have learned this from my bosses. Uh, so I'll tell you, my earlier bosses used to tell me that you have complete freedom. Whatever you think is right for the organization, you conceptualize, you deliver. So even if you fail, it doesn't matter. I am there to support you. So I think that is one big thing, because when you see that management is trusting you so much,
Yeah.
you try to give your 200%. So that trust, that empowerment is so important. One is that piece. Another piece I would say, apart from empowering, you treat the people the way you wish to be treated. Yeah. So that is another thing I've learned from my earlier bosses. So and that is what I do with my team. So involve them in every decision. Involve them in your journey. It should not be authoritative. Yeah. Any decision you wish to take, anything you feel right, include them. If when they feel they are important, they are being valued, they deliver. So that's another thing. And I would say walk the talk. Yeah, so leader has to lead by example.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actions speak louder than words.
Sure, sure. Thank you. So these are the qualities in the leader you are suggesting. Now, for our frontline people, what would be your advice to them, that how should they move up to the ladder?
Okay, so my advice to young people who are in the journey, I would say first is self love. That's important, because first of all you need to value what you are doing. Yeah, self doubt should not be there in your mind. Earlier I used to have a lot of self doubt. I had that imposter syndrome where I would always feel that this is not good enough, because you always look for perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that should not be there. So you need to value your work, you need to value yourself, only then the world will value you. So that's one thing which is important. Second, I would say that give your 100% to your job and give that 100% every day. Only then you will climb up the ladder and you will grow along with the success of the organization. So that
Sure.
is another piece I would say that's my advice. And
Thank
of course,
you.
you need to believe in yourself and you need to follow your passion because if you are in the right job, you love what you're doing, uh, it is effortless. It is actually a joy. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, and personal development is another field which I talked about that you have to continuously learn and adapt to the situations.
True.
Yeah. So that is what my advice would be to all the young people out there.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sure they're all listening and going to implement the same soon. Okay, so lastly, what does success mean to you?
Uh, Although, I would say it is individual to everyone, but for me, success means contentment. Yeah, because when you sleep in the night or when you wake up in the morning, you should feel contented. Yeah, you should be happy in your growth journey or whatever purpose you are trying to fulfill, wherever you want to reach, whatever your goal may be. Uh, so you need to carve your own path, I would say. You find those happy moments which actually matters to you. So it doesn't matter whether if you have reached heights and you're not happy inside, then that success is useless to me. So I feel that it's important that you're happy inside, you're contented, and you're doing what you really want to pursue. That is the real meaning of success.
Sure, sure. What has been the most rewarding bit of your journey so far? I mean, I'm sure you cherish a lot of things in your life out of the whole journey of 20 plus years. What do you
On personal
feel?
front, my kids. I
Okay,
think
okay.
that is what I cherish the most.
Okay,
Because that's your source of joy. So and I enjoy each moment of it.
sure. And we
Yeah.
have to talk professionally?
Professionally, I enjoy my work. I thoroughly enjoy it because, as I was telling everybody, that you should know what your passion is. So, I am doing a job which I like to do. So, it is effortless for me because I enjoy it every day. Yeah.
True. If you love what you do, then then you are going to enjoy like anything. True.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are some of the leadership challenges that are unique to women?
Unique to women, I would say definitely there is society biasness, I would say, and I would say to an extent, woman mindset herself. Women, one or two roadblocks. One is the imposter syndrome. They always think they're not good enough.
Mm.
They look for perfection. You know, they are less into networking.
Mm.
So I think these are some of the challenges. But I would say still we have covered a lot from where we were and where we are today. The mindset is changing. When you talk about society pressure and society expectation, because society would think that woman has to devote more time to home, and I don't know how that girl would or female would fit in the leadership role, which is so demanding. So I think a long journey we have covered, and we cannot completely change it. It will take some time, but I really appreciate the way organizations are taking initiative, like our organization, I would say, like this talk show. You're putting women on the spotlight. Yeah, you are giving extra responsibility, mentoring and other steps so that they take charge of extra responsibilities. And there's conscious effort to hire more women.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think if we really want to make this a better place to work with diversity, so the kind of initiative our organization has taken, tremendous efforts. That is what all other organizations should take inspiration from. And then, of course, it will be a better world to live where diversity would not be even a topic to discuss.
Yeah, I know, I know. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, I agree. And I echo your sentiments thoroughly. Any last parting words which you want to say to the audience?
Yeah, especially to girls, to
Okay.
the women
Sure,
colleagues,
sure.
I would say that be bold. Yeah, because good girls do not make history, bold girls make history. So, on that note, all the best, everyone, and have a fantastic career ahead with PNB Housing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruchika, and thanks for your participation. Stay tuned in to know what's there in store in our next Achiever Talk Show. Thank you.